Hello friends, we are studying differentiation under integral sign. In the previous lecture, we studied what is the rule 1 of the differentiation under integral sign. In this lecture, we will see the rule number 2 for DUIS. So, rule number 2 for DUIS is if the limits are functions of parameter. Okay, means what? In the given integrand, if the limits are given to be the functions of parameter, then we need to use rule number 2 for DUIS. So what says rule 2? If I of alpha is equal to integration under the limit a of alpha to b of alpha of f of x comma alpha d alpha, then using rule 2 of DUIS, we can write this as d by d alpha of I of alpha equal to integration a alpha to b alpha dabba by dabba alpha of f of x alpha dx plus d by d alpha of b alpha into f of b of alpha comma alpha minus d by d alpha of a of alpha into f of a of alpha comma alpha. Okay, I will explain it what it means. If you are solving the example using rule 2 of DUIS, first you need to observe whether the limits of this integrand are given to be the functions of parameter or not. In this case, alpha is the parameter, and you can observe here a and b, the lower limit is a, upper limit is b. A is a function of parameter, b is also the function of parameter. Means we cannot use rule number 1. We use rule number 1 when the limits are constant. In rule 2, when the limits are functions of parameter, we use rule 2. So when you have the integrand like this and which is complicated, then you can use the DUIS. So what says DUIS? So in LHS of this equation, you need to take the derivative of I of alpha with respect to alpha. And what will be changed in RHS? This f of x alpha will get differentiated partially with respect to alpha, and plus you need to take derivative of upper limit. B of alpha is the upper limit. You can see here b of alpha is the upper limit. You need to take the derivative of upper limit with respect to alpha. See this, what this is? This is nothing but f of x alpha, but in f of x alpha you just need to replace this x by upper limit. Okay, so that will be f of b alpha comma alpha minus derivative of a alpha with respect to alpha into f of a alpha comma alpha. So what this is again? This is again f of x alpha again, but instead of x there is lower limit of the given integral. Okay, so that's it. This is the rule 2 of the DUIS. We will see one example over it. Example: if I of a equal to integration a to a square sin ax upon x dx, then find di by dA. Okay, so this is your question. This integrand is given and they ask to find this differentiation of I with respect to a. So if you observe here, a is the parameter, a is parameter. And again if you will observe, the lower limit is a and the upper limit is a square, means lower and upper limits are functions of parameter. So we will use rule number 2 for DUIs. So what says rule number 2? By rule number 2 of DUIS, we can take the differentiation to the left side, means differentiate left side with respect to parameter. Parameter is a of I of a equal to integration a to a square to this sine of ax upon x. You need to differentiate this partially with respect to parameter dx, plus next stage is take derivative of upper limit. Upper limit is a square with respect to a, and into in the function sine of ax upon x, you have to replace this x by upper limit minus d by dA of lower limit. So in the function again sine of ax upon x, you have to replace this x by lower limit. Okay, so we will try and solve this. So d by dA of sine of ax upon x means to differentiate sine of ax partially with respect to a, means x to be treated as constant. So obviously this will be a to a square, 1 by x will be constant, and derivative of sine ax with respect to a is cos ax into constant is x dx, plus derivative this one, derivative of a square with respect to a is twice a, and in this case also in this term replace x by a square. So this will become sine of a cube minus in this term d by dA of a, derivative of a with respect to a is 1, and in this term sine of ax upon x, here this will be upon a square, sine of ax upon x, replace x by a, so this will be sine of a square upon a. Okay, so we need to just simplify this term now. Okay, so we'll try and simplify what it is. Okay, so this is value for I of di by dA. So simplify this, integration a to a square, this x will get cancelled, this x will get cancelled with this x, what remains? Cos of ax dx plus 2a upon a square sine of a cube minus 1 by a sine of a square. Okay, so again integration of cos ax with respect to x now, which is minus sine ax, constant is a, this is under limit a to a square plus 2 by a sine of a cube minus 1 by a sine of a square. So again minus sign will be out, put upper limit, x is equal to upper limit, so this will be sine of a into a square upon a minus, put x is equal to lower limit, sine of a into a upon a, complete bracket, plus 2 by a sine of a cube minus 1 by a sine of a square. So this will be minus sine of a cube upon a minus sine of a square upon a, plus 2 by a sine of a cube minus 1 by a sine of a square. So just simplify this. If you will take sine of a cube out from this and this one, see what will happen. This will be sine of a cube into minus 1 by a plus 2 by a plus sine of a square. Take sine of a square out now from this and from this. So minus minus will be plus sine of a square 1 by a minus 1 by a. If you will observe again, this plus 1 by a minus 1 by a get cancelled. So this term will be 0. So what remains only? Sine of a cube into 1 by a. Okay. So this is your complete answer or complete derivative of I with respect to a. This is your answer, di by dA. That's it. Thank you.